Good morning, you guys. It is early. It's like 9 a.m. on Thursday, and I thought I would just film a little get ready with me, really informal, just for fun, while we chat a little bit about like upcoming videos, a little bit of updates that's going on, maybe talk about how I decided that I want to start doing maybe lives and just seeing what you guys think and just getting a little bit of feedback with you guys. I don't have like studio lights. I have like a little light that I have off of my mirror. Nothing fancy, just fun for us to kind of just chit chat and be girlfriends. So if that sounds interesting to you, I would love you to stick around and subscribe. If anything, I just want to entertain you at the end of the day, and I hope that's something that interests you. I will link all my social medias down below because I'm trying to get really active on TikTok because I absolutely love it. It is so much fun over there, and I do more fashion videos like outfits of the days, hair of the day. Like today, I'm going to go over there and refresh this hair because it is looking a little bit messy. If I took the headband off, it looks way worse. So I'm just trying to do videos like that. So if that sounds interesting, I would love you to go over there and I will give you a follow back. So today we are just doing a morning get ready with me. I'm going to try to edit this as little as possible. I don't know how good that's going to be with little dogs running around, but we shall see. So let's just get started to the makeup portion and some of the things I want to talk to you guys about. Like I said, upcoming videos, going live, things like that, and what's been going on with this little ham back here. He recently went to the vet, which was quite scary. We thought he broke his paw. As you can see, he's still favoring that paw a little bit, and that was a really, he's supposed to be resting, but tell him that. See him limping. He's doing much better. It ended up being just a bad sprain, so he's on all kinds of medications for that, and he's supposed to be resting, but it's hard to keep him from running around. So enough chatting. Let's get to the makeup part as well. I have my mirror right here in front of me. I am about as blind as they come. Without my glasses on, I cannot see, so I am going to take my glasses off. So if I'm looking weirdly, please forgive me. It is very hard for me to see, so I am just going to put some lotion on. I have all of my makeup here because this isn't where I usually do my makeup, but this is where the best lighting is. So I'm just going to start out with the Cetaphil. This is one of the best lotions that I have come across. Let me see if I turn this up, if it looks a little bit better. Let me turn it down one. That's a little bit better. It's like really hard for me to see. Let me take out my nose ring. I always take out my nose ring before I do my makeup because it just like kind of gets in the way and get this hair out of my face. I use a lot of moisturizer. At nighttime, I do tons and tons of oil treatments, and I use a heavy cream if I can, or like a mask, and I don't wash them off. I know you're not like a regular mask, but like a moisturizing mask. I know a lot of them require you to wash them off in the morning, but I typically leave them on. I love the extra moisturizer. I love lots of oil. Yes, no, you're supposed to be resting. No, I want you to go lay down. You're supposed to be resting. Okay, so for primer, I'm just using the e.l.f. Poreless Primer. I feel like this one is one of the best, and I use quite a bit. I really love it, but I'm not really here for the makeup part. I'm just really here to kind of talk about some things. So I have a vacation coming up here in about 3 weeks. We are going to a fishing tournament, but it's also like a family friendly place. So I'm thinking about doing some travel vlogs. It's very possible I'll be driving myself down while my husband trailers down the boat. So it's very possible that I will film that with you guys. I think that would be a lot of fun, just chatting and showing you drive. I've never driven quite that far before, so that should be interesting. I'm thinking of doing some pack with me's, showing you guys what I plan to wear all vacation long. For foundation, I'm just going to wear this CC cream from IT Cosmetics in the shade medium neutral. I did end up self-tanning last night, or 2 nights ago, so I am quite dark, but I only use like a little bit of this because when I have a tanner complexion, I don't feel like I need as much, and I'm just going to take a wet sponge. But like I was saying, we're going to do some travel, so I'm thinking about maybe sharing that with you guys. I might have to go get like a mirror to hold. It's like hard for me to see. I really can't see at all. I'm thinking, like I said, doing some videos of what I am going to wear down in Delaware because we're going to be swimming mostly. So I doubt I'll be in a lot of clothes except in the evenings when they do like weigh-ins for the fish. It's like a flounder tournament that they're going to, and then they weigh in their fish in the evening. So I'll probably obviously dressed then, but like during the day, we'll mostly be swimming with the kids, things like that. So I'm thinking of sharing that with you guys. I think that will be a lot of fun, and that's coming up here really, really soon. And then just showing you, we're staying in like a little cottage. So I'm thinking of maybe sharing that with you as well. So I think that will be a lot of fun. The cottage is like 390 square feet. So it's little, but it's perfect for a little vacation, and it's much better than staying in a hotel. So we're doing that. And then I wanted to go live on the 4th of July, but for some reason it wouldn't let me. Now I thought maybe I didn't have enough subscribers. I thought maybe it was 1,000 was required, but I looked into it a little more last night, and I think maybe it was because I was on a beach and there wasn't a lot of service. Hold on, I'm gonna lean down and check my face real quick. Okay, that's good enough for me. Like I said, I don't wear a lot of it when my face is kind of tan, but I will bring it down just on my neck a little bit. Like I said, I couldn't get on, and I'm thinking now, looking back, it might have been because there was no service, which really bummed me out because I wanted to do my first live on the 4th of July. So I'm thinking, one, I would love to know like when you guys are most active on here. Even if we just go live and chat, we don't necessarily need to be doing anything crazy. I could just be sitting on my porch talking to you guys. I just want to connect live, and I think it's incredible, and I always love lives as well. I really like lives, and I feel like it's a good way to get to know somebody, so I'm thinking of that. Well, I can tell you this, we're only a few minutes in. I'm definitely gonna have to edit it because I went and got myself a mirror. That way I can stop having to like dip down and focus. So like I said, I would love to know like what times, if you guys would even like lives. I personally love them. And would love to do them, so we shall see. Bring this down a little bit more, blend it. I have a brush that will help a little bit better. So yeah, so the other day with the dog, my sister was here, we all just came back from lunch, and Gilly was fine. He's my little Chihuahua. He was just laying on the couch like he always does. He wasn't in distress, nothing, and we all kind of just took an afternoon nap because it was Sunday and we weren't doing anything. My sister had a long drive and she had worked all week. For contour, I love using this e.l.f. camo concealer in Deep Cinnamon. I used to just apply it to the face, but it became too much, so what I do is I put a little bit on the back of my hand just to kind of warm it up, and then I go in with my brush to do it. I might need a little more, it just depends. I usually don't use this brush, but I forgot my other brush, so this brush it is today. So we all kind of took a nap. Gilly always kind of lays with me, and we were just sleeping, and he was fine. And then I got up to use the restroom about an hour later. He was still good, and then he jumped off the couch and was limping, and I thought maybe he slept on his foot wrong, or maybe he was just, you know, hurt his toenail. I wasn't sure because he's very dramatic, number one, but also if you've ever had a Chihuahua, they're very dramatic. But also I just wasn't sure. He has a little bit of a longer nail right now because I hadn't had time to cut them, because it's a whole process. It can take me 2 days sometimes to cut his nails, but I would rather do it over 2 days and not have him stressed. So he and I said, if he's still limping in the morning, we'll go to the vet. So we called the vet, which we go to like a vet urgent care, but it also is a regular vet. And he had already been there. They knew his, like his case and how he is very, very, just like kind of aggressive, not aggressive, just very, he gets scared and he doesn't like new people, and he especially doesn't like men. Now, something about Gilly, when we got him, it was right at the peak of COVID. Oh, that just moved my camera. Sorry. So it was right at the peak of COVID, so he really didn't get a lot of interaction with people, sadly, which is very unfortunate. So he's not very well socialized, I should say, which is partly our fault as well. He's doing much better since he was neutered, because before no one could even really come near him and we were afraid he was like a liability. So we just didn't invite people over, which became an issue for us as well. Okay, so that's really light contouring. Today I'm just doing very light makeup. I'm not doing anything crazy. It's 90 degrees out and I don't want a lot of makeup, but I thought this would be a fun little video for you guys and myself. Where did I put my white bow? Here it is. Like I said, he wasn't really socialized and we were afraid he was a liability, yada, yada, yada. Once he was neutered, they put him on a low dose of Prozac for 6 months till every bit of testosterone was out of his system. And then he became like a completely new dog. He still isn't great with males. Some men he just doesn't click with, and he's usually pretty good with females. So we were a little nervous. We called the vet and explained this. So they ended up calling in a prescription for trazodone and gabapentin, and he took that 2 hours before he was supposed to go. And at first we weren't sure if it worked because he was still very hyper, but I think his his adrenaline was pumping because he was so nervous. But he did really good. So when he went in, he did a little bit of barking, but he definitely calmed right down. He was able to be picked up. We were able to muzzle him. They were able to restrain him enough to take x-rays, and then they were able to cut his nails, thank God. Where is my other sponge? So now I'm just going to powder my face a little bit and set it. I've been using a lot less powder as I get a little bit older because I have more fine lines now. Here, let me my eyes are, they never just want to not crease. So they did the x-rays, and then it was like unlimited x-rays for $100, which I don't know if that's pricey or not, but it didn't matter. It had to get done. And then they came back in and they said, oh, we have to do one more x-ray. So they took him for one more. He ended up pooping all over himself, the poor thing, but it ended up being a bad sprain. So they put him on an anti-inflammatory similar to like ibuprofen for dogs, she said, and they put him on gabapentin for 10 days, morning and night. Still not using the leg fully, but he's using it a lot more than he was. So we shall see. If he's not better in 10 days, she said to come back for, they do a free visit. It was very expensive, but I would rather have known if something was wrong than play a guessing game and have something permanently wrong with him. And then she ended up testing him for $40 for Lyme's and heart. He came back negative, thank God, because we had such bad ticks at the beginning of the season. And my one dog ended up getting into a tick nest, and I'm not joking, I raised my right hand to God, he must have had 500 baby ticks on him. I came in my room and all over my bed were these little tiny, and I mean like the size of a pinhead, little black specks. And he had gotten into a tick nest, so she recommended an oral medication, and we just bought it there because it was much more affordable there through them. Okay, so I just set my eyelids first, and then I go in to do a little tiny, so I set my eyelids and then I go in for a little tiny bit of nose contour. Not a lot, I just feel like my nose looks very, like white if I don't put a little tiny bit on. So it just came back that he had a bad sprain, keep him off of it, but it's hard because he's very, very active and he likes to play. I think he jumped off the couch wrong or was wrestling with his brother and we just didn't realize it. It just happened so fast. He was sitting on the couch, he jumped off, and I think he landed wrong. And she suspects that's probably what had happened. But overall, he was in really good health, which makes me very happy because my husband is a psychopath when it comes to the dogs. He would literally spend every cent in our bank account if it meant the dogs were in good health. He's nuts. I just wish there was more affordable dog care. I know it's, you know, you're paying for services, but it's so expensive. It was almost $400 for that visit alone. And then when he went and his medication was like $50, and when we got him neutered, that was like $600 because they had to pull teeth. it's just a lot, but I guess that's the responsibility of a dog owner. So I'm just gonna blend this out. Hopefully it will look a little bit better. Let me get my wet sponge. Saturday we are doing a beach day. My husband has another fishing tournament, so I am taking my sister, my two sisters, my daughter, and her boyfriend to the beach. So that will be fun. Maybe I'll vlog a little bit. If you guys would like to see it, this will go up. I'm going to try to put this up actually today for you guys. So definitely let me know if you would like me to show you us at the beach a little bit. That should be fun. Yeah, definitely let me know that if you would like that. So let me just blend this in a little bit. And then I will go in and powder the rest of my face. So yeah, that's so far what's been going on. It is already July, the end of July almost. I'm just shocked. And then I've just been like kind of in a weird mood lately. My job has been driving me nuts. I did all my training recently to continue with my job. I did all that, and my contract is renewed in August. So let's just pray that everything goes through for me. Sometimes they just give me such a hard time, which is sad because it's through DDD, which is developmental disabled disability, something like that. It's hard it's like a tongue twister, and it's like they are the most vulnerable people, and it's just so difficult to get help through them. So I just hope my contract goes through and everything is good for me to work through the winter. And then my budget will be allocated and I can just keep working. Let's just pray. It makes me kind of like sick to think about, because every August it's just like such a nightmare to get my stuff renewed. And then he starts, you know, I've been with the same person for 7 years, since 2017, 18, 19, 20, 22, 5 years, sorry. Yeah, 5 years. I don't know why I thought it was 7. So it would be a big issue for him to have to start over. I'm just taking a tiny bit of powder just to get any stickiness. And that is it for my base as far as foundations. Not too shabby. So then I go in and I just set with my bronzer. It is the Sun Stalker from Fenty. I love this stuff. It is one of the only truly warm tone bronzers that I've ever found. It is a little pricey, but I cannot stand when anytime I wear like a cool tone bronzer, it always looks very purple on me, and I don't like that look, or I look very gaunt and I look not so nice. So this weekend on Sunday, we are going to go swimming at a friend's house, which is going to be nice, help me get my mind off some things. I try not to fixate on stuff, but I have a bad habit of becoming, this is going to sound terrible, like obsessive about things, where I'll check things on the computer over and over again. I will fixate on stuff and I can't get my mind off of things, and I can't stop worrying. I'm a worrier, and I know that it's really detrimental to your health to do that, but it's just so hard, especially nowadays, because I put applications in for jobs in so many places, and because I don't have like a background in retail, or I don't have customer service experience, I've been working as an aide for my whole life as an adult working, and it's hard to get into a different type of industry. I've put in applications to be a waitress, and it's just not that easy. I know people are like, oh, we don't have people that want to work, but it's so hard, it feels like, to get hired anywhere, and especially if you don't have years and years of experience. Like, I've applied at U-Haul to be a customer service representative. I've applied even at Walmart to just do cashier or to shop from home. I mean, I know Walmart more than anybody does. I could shop that place with my eyes closed, but it's like, it's not that easy to get hired right now, especially, like I said, if you don't have years and years of experience. Oops. I'm just going to blend my nose a little bit better. You know what? It will all fall into place like it's supposed to. Okay, so the next thing I always do is my eyebrows. I do my makeup routine quite strangely, but the next thing I always do is my eyebrows after I get my base kind of going. You know what? We're gonna just chat through it. It shouldn't take me too long. You know what? I'll come back after I put my eyebrows on because I could be here for a while, so I'll be right back. Okay, so they're on. I don't know if they're even yet. I will go and put my glasses on. I hope they look okay. Let me just throw my glasses on and check so I don't look like an idiot for you guys. I guess they don't look too bad. Okay, so we covered. If you want me to start going live, definitely let me know because that's something I really would love to do. Again, if you would like to see some travel vlogging, I think I'm going to do it regardless. I'm probably just going to go in with my Jaclyn Hill palette, my #2 volume. I love this one. Just do a tiny bit of definition in my eyes. And if you would like to see like pack with me's when I get there, some videos when I get there, things like that. Let's see. Like I said, I'm just going to lay down a little bit of color. Yeah, travel with me. If you want to see us at the beach on Saturday, if you would like a little beach vlog, that would be fun. I'm going to go over and try to collect some sea glass while I'm there. Anyway, so those are the updates. That's what I wanted to know from you guys, if you would be interested in any of that. So let's move on to something fun. I just recently bought a subscription to HBO Premium. I wasn't gonna do it, but you guys, so when Pretty Little Liars came out in 2008, I was a huge fan. I watched every season, every episode. I'm rewatching it all now because thank goodness it's on there and I'm so excited for the new season. I also watched The Perfectionist, Pretty Little Liars, The Perfectionist. I'm kind of disappointed they didn't finish the series and they kind of canceled it because in my opinion it was pretty good. I really had enjoyed the characters and the storyline, and I am a big like I was disappointed with the ending of Pretty Little Liars. It was kind of awful and really not thought out and kind of rushed in my opinion, and I think that's due to it needing to have been canceled years before. It like really dragged on too long. So I found a couple shows, probably nothing new to anybody else, but I have been watching all kinds of really good shows. I've been rewatching that, Pretty Little Liars, and I'm shocked. My husband and I, so we never ever were Game of Thrones people. I am a huge fantasy fan, especially with dragons, especially with medieval, especially with fantasy. I don't know why I never thought to watch it, and especially growing up with my mom, she was a big Anne Rice fan. She loved Interview with the Vampire, everything, Twilight, everything. So I don't know why I never thought to watch it, but let me tell you something. If you ever thought like, I want to watch it, but I'm not sure about the hype around it, it is so good. My husband is so picky, and you're talking about a guy that only watches like Deadliest Catch. Yes, so it's really good. Very graphic, so I would be careful. I would definitely look up the premise of the show. But it's really good nonetheless. And then I am on season 3 of Stranger Things. So I'm trying to get that done so I can get on to season 4 and see what everybody is screaming about, like how good it is. So I'm so excited for that. And then I am also watching on Paramount Plus, #1. I have started, or I'm almost to the end, and I'm so sad, 1883. You guys, in all of my life, I'm somebody who takes television and books very seriously, reading and television. So I'll watch something and I'll think about it for months and months and months. And I've watched some really amazing television shows and movies, and I've watched some really terrible ones. And I think in all of my life of really being like a dedicated television watcher and movie and book person, I've never watched a show more cinematically beautiful. The dialogue, the characters, there's so much impactfulness in like one episode of 1883. It's like, I've never had a show move me. And when they brought the Native American people in and she's falling in love with Sam, it's just like, oh my God, it's so incredible. I don't know how to explain it. If you even just want to do like a 30-day trial of Paramount Plus just to watch that, I think it is 100%, not a 30-day trial, I think a week, sorry. It is so worth it. There's only 10 episodes. It has Tim McGraw. It has Faith Hill. Oh, I don't remember the girl's name. It is so good. I'm telling you, it's probably the best show I've ever seen in my life. And that's like saying something, because I am like somebody who is a creature of habit, and I don't really say that lightly when it comes to TV shows, because I usually watch the same thing over and over again. But I'm telling you, it was so good. So another show that is so funny and so good is Why Women Kill on Paramount Plus. Oh my God, my husband and I are rolling. We love it. We absolutely love the 1950 with Sheila. Oh my God. It is so funny. It is so good. I am obsessed with it. And I am like, so my husband isn't like I said, he only likes Deadliest Catch, Wicked Tuna, Smithsonian Channel. So he loves educational programs mostly. So getting him into like programs that are more like sitcom-y, other than like Young Sheldon he liked, and other than the Goldbergs, this is like incredible to me. I absolutely love snuggling on the couch and watching a show with him. Remind me to show you, maybe I'll run downstairs after I'm done and show you. Like I said, I've been kind of down about my job and really worrying if they're going to renew my contract without any problems. So he brought me home 2 huge sunflower plants. And then 2 weeks ago, when I was kind of in a funk again, it's just been my job. It's been worrying me and his job. And he ended up bringing me home this beautiful, delicious caramel cheesecake. He's just a very thoughtful person that way. Like I said, I'm only doing the bare minimum on my eyes, and I'm just gonna really blend this good, and then I'm gonna do my winged liner. But yeah, there's something about watching a show together that I just absolutely love. But so far, those have been the shows that we've been watching together. And then I've of course been watching some stuff by myself, I started last night. I read The Outsiders from Stephen King. When the book was first released, I had gotten a copy of it, and I just started the episode last night, so I don't really have an opinion on that. And then I had been watching that Mormon show. Oh, I don't remember it. I only watched the first episode and I wasn't really hooked on it, so I'm gonna give it one more chance. It's about the Mormons, and he's a detective, and there's like a brutal murder in their community. Oh man, why can't I think of the name of it? It doesn't matter. I'll put it up on the screen for you. I wasn't a huge fan. So this eye is a little less symmetric as the other eye, so it's going to look a little different. And I'm just going to go in with a little bit on the bottom. This is probably going to be a long video, you guys. I'm sorry. I just wanted to chitty chat with you guys. I'm probably going to pause it, do the rest of my eye makeup, and we'll come back to finish up together. I just thought this would be a fun chatty video. I'm also reading, I also wanted to tell you what I was reading this month. I finished all of the Caraval series, the 3 books in that. Amazing. So it was Caraval, Legendary, and Finale. And then I am reading right now from the Tog series from Sarah J. Maas. I'm reading the 4th book, and then I'm also picked up A Flicker in the Dark, which is about a serial killer. So far so good. I don't usually read 2 books at a time, but it's a library book, so I want to get it read so I don't get fined. I have a month to read it, so I'm going to pick that one. It's a shorter book, so it's only like 400 pages, so I'm going to read that this week, take that to the beach with me. So let me finish up my eyes, and I will be back to chat with you guys. Okay, now I'm looking a little more live with some mascara and a little bit of eyeliner. So I'm going to show you this trick that I love to do with my blush. I get very easily blushed tired of like the blushes that I do have. I don't have a lot of blushes, believe it or not. So what I do is I go into like a makeup palette. So this one is the Morphe and James Charles. and I just pick a color that I like. And lately I've been using this one, believe it or not. I know it looks very brown, but it has like a very pinky undertone, and I just love it, especially for summer. I know it's not for everybody, but I do love it. So I'm going to show you how I do that. I just tap it in a little bit, and I really tap that off, and I just do it really high up to give my face a little more of a lift. And as you can see, it's just like this pinky tone blush. It's really beautiful. So I'll go in and I'm going to pack this on, and then I will show you what it looks like. Okay, so you can see it just looks like a natural, pretty, like apricot-y blush, and I love it. Now, I love a lot of blush. If you don't, you definitely can tone it down, and then I just go underneath with my foundation brush and kind of just clean it all up so it is more of a lifted look. Everything now that I'm a little bit older is lifted. I'm trying to lift my chin, lift my face, lift my nose, lift everything till I can get some Botox maybe. So yes, I love this as a blush. I know it's not going to be for everyone, but I thought I would share that tip with you. But you could do it with anything. I use the Jaclyn Hill palette. I use any palette that I'm using. If I see a color that I think would work as a blush, I go in with it. So for lips, I'm going to do my lips and then I'll do my highlighter. I use the same thing every single day. My Milani in 09 Spice. Oh, my nose looks a little funny. I need to definitely fix that contour. You know what I'm gonna do it right now, because if I don't, I'll forget or I'll go nuts looking at it. There, that's a little bit better. A little bit better. I got a hair on me. Okay, back to the lips. You guys, I made queso for the first time last night, and I didn't have everything to make it, but I made it with what I had. So instead of using heavy cream, I had whole milk. I actually bought whole milk for some reason. I usually buy like 2% or whatever it is. And I had Land O'Lakes white American cheese, and I never realized, I always was somebody that swore by like the cheap cheese, but the Land O'Lake white American is so superior of American cheese. I will never buy anything other than that. And what I did was I put about a cup of milk in a pot. Where's my lipstick? I forgot it, didn't I? So I'm just using my Jeffree Star Mannequin. It's my tried and true. It's my always go-to. So I took the Land O'Lake in about a cup of warm milk, and I just slowly, now I'm telling you, very, very slowly, because you don't need a roux. I didn't make a roux for it. I'm sure you could if you really wanted to, but every recipe I saw was no roux. Now, when I make my macaroni, I always use a roux. It's the way my grandmother did it. It's the way I do it. It just makes it just something delicious about it. But I just did about a cup to a cup and a half of whole milk, but you could use half and half or heavy cream, I'm sure. And I let that come up to a slow, not even like a simmer, just warm. And as I was doing that, I was adding cheese. So I ended up using, I had about a pound, about three-fourths of a pound, because I had made grilled cheese earlier in the day. So I used about half of 3/4 of a pound. And I just slowly melted it and tasted it. I added a little bit of black pepper. I did take a tiny bit out and try it with cumin, but I didn't like the taste. I don't really like tacos, so you could definitely add cumin if you wanted to. I just did a little bit of black pepper, and it was so flavorful. It didn't need salt, nothing. The only thing I would do different is maybe do a little bit of pepper jack with jalapenos, or buy like chilies or jalapenos for it to make it spicy. It was so good. It was very thin, so I almost considered using a little bit of cornstarch in it, but you know what? I think as it sat, it got a little bit thicker. But you guys, I will never buy store-bought queso again. If I knew it had been that easy, now I had seen the TikToks for it. Of course, now the sun's coming out and the light looks beautiful, but you know what? This was just for fun for us. Whoopsie. yeah, so if I had ever known how easy, I would have never ever have bought queso. Okay, you guys, that's good enough for me. Like I said, today's makeup, I would never make you sit through, like, unless you wanted to see like my full face routine, that takes quite a bit. So then I just go in with the clear brow gel from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I will go in and double check my brows, but they look okay today. I'm only having my daughter's boyfriend over today for company, so it don't need to be perfect. And then I'm going to go in with my highlighter and then we will wrap it up. But yeah, I just wanted to cover some things with you. I would love to go live, like I said. I just think it would be so much fun with you guys. As soon as I hit 1,000, I said I was going to do a giveaway. I'm almost there. Hopefully, maybe, fingers crossed, by summer, I will be there. And I'm definitely going to do the travel vlog with you guys, show you around. I think that would be so much fun. So I'm going to use the ABH Nicole Guerrero highlighter, and I'm just going to pick a couple colors and do a little bit of highlighting. This is the brush I love to highlight with. I try to use other things, but it's the Brightening Brush from Alamar Cosmetics. I don't know what I would do without this brush. So I'm just going to dip into the golds and a tiny bit of white. And this stuff is really, really powdery and kind of too glittery, but I love it because I bought it in Disney Spring and I've had it ever since, and I kind of only use it like sparingly. I don't use it all the time because it's not my favorite. I feel like it kind of sits on the skin a little, but it is pretty. I mean, it is quite pretty. I used to love it, but I have other highlighters that I love a little bit more. So I'll just pack on a little bit of highlighter. I am not somebody who is kind of into the more natural look like all these girls are. I love it for other people, but I'm kind of someone who still loves my makeup to look like makeup. And then I'm just going to go in and kind of blend that because I'm going to film a TikTok on refreshing my hair. And then I'm just going to go into, oops, the inner corner with that more whiter shade, tap it off and kind of just give myself a tiny bit of shimmer. I always love to brighten that inner corner, you guys. So yeah, I feel like that's all that's been going on. The vet, what I've been watching, going live, travel vlog, and if you would like to see us on Saturday. You know what? Be neat. Maybe go live at the beach. Tell me that wouldn't be way fun. But you guys gotta let me know because it would be probably around noon Eastern Standard Time because I live on the East Coast. So yeah, that is everything for today. Done. And that wasn't too shabby. I think we are done in under an hour today. Perfect. And I would have been way quicker even if there's someone staring at me. Fabulous. Okay, so that is all of today's makeup. Please excuse that. It is terrible self-tanner. I am trying to get better at it. Okay, you guys, so that is the end of today's Get Ready With Me. Today's makeup is simple, easy, beautiful. Where is my powder brush? So I can just powder my neck a little more because it feels a little sticky. But yeah, today's video, super easy, super fun. Just wanted to share some things with you. Would love to hear your opinions down below. And if you would like to stick around and subscribe, I would love to have you. I will link all of my social media platforms down below for you guys. And I will see all of my beautiful friends in the next video. Bye, guys.